If I could turn back the pages of time, if I could bring back the love that was mine, if I could roll back the years through the heartaches past the tears, then I could turn back the pages of time. The pages of time have built a wall so wide and so tall, I can't get through no matter what I do. If loving you was the key to the past, then happiness was a thing that could last. If I could cross the broken line to the heart that once was mine, then I could turn back the pages of time. The pages of time have built a wall so wide and so tall, I can't get through no matter what I do. With sleepless nights and a heart full of tears could take me back to the land of lost years. And if the crying that I do was a pathway back to you, then I could turn back the pages of time. And if the crying that I do was a pathway back to you, surely I could turn back the pages of time. Yeah, well, we are very honored to be here in beautiful Centennial Park in Fort St. John, BC, to celebrate the birthday of our great country, Canada. And this here is the next song is a song about a place in Canada called Upper Pine. It's cold outside this morning. The drifts are 2 feet deep. Put my pony in the barn, give her something good to eat. Or carry it from the cellar, I'll make it just in time. To the little one-room schoolhouse down on the Upper Pine. Now Kevin Wilson sits behind me. He's captain of the hockey team. The wood stove starts to crackle, the mittens start to steam. Miss Parker says the Lord's Prayer and the world all seems fine. In a little one-room schoolhouse down on the Upper Pine. Now the girls all whisper softly, their eyes all wide and bright, 'cause the farmer boy came calling to Miss Parker's place last night. The rumors have it that he stayed till way long past 9 in a little one-room teacherage down on the Upper Pine. The locals built it out of logs, up from the riverbank, so we'd have a place to grow and learn. Now we got them to thank. The buildings are all gone now, they stand only in my mind. Little one-room schoolhouse down on the Upper Pine. Well, it was more than just a schoolhouse down on the Upper Pine. Well, we have actually a friend of mine plays for Gord Bamford and his band, and so this song is a Canadian content thing that Gord actually wrote this for his brother-in-law, who had some, he was taken from us because of some mental health issues, and with all of us spending so much time at home these days, here's something to just to remind us about all of the shut-in folks. Borderline crazy, going out of my mind. She said maybe she'd come back this time, yeah, but lately leaning on a lonesome song. I've been lying, talking to myself. I've been dying, looking around for help. Lord, I'm trying, leaning on a lonesome song. Let those twin fiddles sing, let that steel guitar's twang. Now pour me something strong, I'm barely hanging on, leaning on a lonesome song. Send that jukebox, it's filling up the room. It's like pouring whiskey on an open wound. The only thing that helps my heart along is leaning on a lonesome song. So let those twin fiddles sing, let that steel guitar twang. Now pour me something strong, I'm barely hanging on. I'm leaning on a lonesome song, leaning on a lonesome song, leaning on a lonesome song, leaning on a lonesome song. Borderline crazy, going out of my mind. She said maybe she'd come back in time. Yes, phone your buddies. So we're going to have Clint Giesbrecht do us a tune over here.
It started way back in 3rd grade. I used to sit beside Emmylou Hayes, her pink dress, her matching bow, and her ponytails. She kissed me on the school bus and told me not to tell Next day I chased around the playground, across the monkey bars to the merry-go-round. And Mary Lou got caught passing me a note. Before the teacher took it, I read what she wrote. Do you love me? And do you want to be my friend? And if you do, well then don't be afraid to take me by the hand. If you want to, I think this is how love goes. Check yes or no. And now we're grown up and she's my wife. Still like to kiss the stars in our eyes. Nothing's changed, I still chase Amy Lou across the bedroom, around the bed in our room. Last night I took her out in a white limousine. 20 years together, she still gets to me. I can't believe it was that long ago when we got started with just a little note. Do you love me? Do you want to be my friend? And if you do, well then don't be afraid to take me by the hand. If you want to, I think this is how love goes. Check yes or no. And do you love me? Do you want to be my friend? And if you do, well then don't be afraid to take me by the hand. If you want to, I think this is how love goes. Check yes or no. And check yes or no. And check yes or no. And check yes or no.
Very nice. Clint Giesbrecht. And I should introduce the guys too. This is Bill Fitch on bass guitar. Everybody knows Neil Skogs back there on the drums. And of course, Clint Giesbrecht singing over there. And I'm Tom Cole, and we're darn happy to be here. So here's a song that actually it came from Australia. And we just love the words of it because it's about those old fellas that kind of built the country. So here's one for all of the old timers. Today Granddad came by the office, amazed at all the papers that I signed. Told them that's just how that we do business. It's just a product of our modern times. He shook his head and then he said, I don't understand how all these deals are done. It just don't make no sense to me to deal with people you can't see. We did it so much differently when I was young. When the shake of a hand is all you really needed. Strength of a man was in his word. You could look him in the eye, know just where you'd stand. Man was made with a shake of a hand. So I put my pen down, then we closed up early. We had a drink and talked the times he'd had. Reminisced how he proposed to Nana, how he got permission from her dad. smiled and said, I won't forget the hardest hand I ever had to shake. Told him I'd take care of her, and through the years I kept my word. Son, we did just what we said back in those days. When the shake of a hand is all you really needed, strength of a man was in his word. You could look him in the eye, know just where you'd stand. A man was made with the shake of a hand. When the shake of a hand is all you really needed, strength of a man was in his word. You could look him in the eye, know just where you'd stand. The man was made with the shake of a hand. The man was made with the shake of a hand. Well, in the deep, dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's the place where I trace my bloodline. And it was there I read on a hillside gravestone, you'll never leave Harlan alive. Now Granddaddy's dad walked down Catterism Mountain, and he asked Tilly Hilton to be his bride. So won't you walk with me down to the mouth of this holler? We'll never leave Harlan alive. Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning, the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking about how to get away. Now no one ever knew there was coal in them mountains till a man from the northeast arrived, waving $100 bills. He said, I'll pay you for your minerals, but he never left Harlan alive. Granny sold out cheap, then she moved out west to Pineville, to a farm where big Richland River winds. I'll bet they danced them a jig and laughed and sang a new song. Who said we'd never leave Harlan alive? Now times they grew hard, tobacco wasn't selling, but old Granddad knew what he'd do to survive. He went and dug for Harlan coal and sent the money back to Granny, but he never left Harlan alive. Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning, the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking about how to get away. And the sun comes up about 10 in the morning, and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life digging coal from the bottom of your grave. In the deep dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's the place where I trace my bloodlines. And it was there I read on a hillside gravestone, you'll never leave Harlem alive. Thank you very much. Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day.